news right here. Don't go away.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. My name is Virtual Nunchucks. Hope you guys are having a great day on this Wednesday. Hope this video finds you well. We're going to talk about some gaming news, but first I will tell you that if you have an idea for what you want me to review this year on PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5, let me know in the comment section below, but please keep in mind that I am a consumer. I do not have codes. I do not get codes. I am not sponsored, so when I purchase a game, I purchase a game and I'm stuck with it. So I'll be a little more picky about what I get. But if you have a game in particular that you want to see reviewed on this channel, let me know in the comment section below, and I will try very hard to make that happen. All right, and we'll let you know how it goes. In that vein, I will tell you that I did join GameFly, so possibly, maybe I can review a game for you guys, so that I can review it and play it and enjoy it, but not have to pay $70 for a game. I'm kind of a cheapskate that way, especially when it's $70 a game. Alright, anyway, so there's that. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys want me to review for you guys in the year, okay? I try to review at least 2 or 3 games a year, and I have a few that I want to review for you guys myself, but if there's something that you guys want to see specifically, let me know in the comment section below. Some of you guys have responded to me on Twitter with this, and I appreciate it. At VNunchucks, the question is still sitting there as well, and I've gotten some responses. Thank you very, very much. Yeah. So let's talk about some gaming news real quick. We're going to talk about Days Gone and the PC release. We're going to talk about we'll talk about some DLC coming for different games and stuff that you need to be aware of. We're going to talk about controller support for some things that it's about time they did. And we're going to talk about some Mass Effect news and, a couple other things. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, so let's get a couple of things out of the way. First, Mass Effect Legendary Edition actually is playable on Friday at midnight. If you were using your PlayStation 5, your console in general, your Xbox, whatever it is that you play on, you probably saw it. If you bought it digitally, it popped up on your screen letting you know that it was downloading for preload. Awesome, cool, thank you very much. However, it won't be playable until Friday at Thursday night, midnight, into Friday. You know how that works. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so we have 1 day and 20 or so hours left before we can start playing and going through the epic journey that is Commander Shepard's fight for humanity. I'm looking forward to it, though. If you have the physical version, though, keep in mind, though, that if you have the physical version coming to your house or whatever, if you go and purchase it, it will come in 2 discs. One will be the install disc, and one will be the play disc, kind of like they did with Red Dead Redemption 2 for PS4. So keep that in mind. And probably Xbox One. I don't even remember off the top of my head. So keep that in mind. You'll be getting all the DLC, except for one that they lost the source code for, and that's unfortunate. But all the DLC will be included on the disc. There will be no download codes, all that kind of stuff. And we'll talk about that too in a minute. So yeah, cool. Alright, so there it is. 1 day and 20 hours. Alright, so in the vein of DLC, let's go ahead and get all that stuff out of the way. If you're a Hitman 3 fan, the Pride DLC will have content updates all month long, including new escalation missions, new assassin missions, new suits, and new rifles. Yes, specifically a sniper rifle that looks totally awesome. It actually was available as of May the 10th, which is just a couple of days ago, I think Tuesday. And I think Monday. And you guys will be able to play that. So if you've been looking for a reason to get back into the game, there you go. There's your reason. New DLC to play. So there's that. Again, continuing in the vein of DLC that's available this week, or at least news on certain DLC. If you're a Final Fantasy VII Remake fan and you love that game, here we have some news about the DLC that they are offering. According to PC Gamer and a bunch of other people, retail copies of Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade will include a download code for the Intermission DLC, according to a retail listing for EB Games Australia, which is owned by GameStop. It was confirmed that the copies of the PlayStation 5 version will include a downloadable code for the DLC, again, Intermission is what it's being called, which is going to impact the used game market. And this is why, because the DLC is not included on the disc. It has to be, included in one little, cardboard or paper sleeves with a code on it. So if you trade this game in, and a person goes into EB Games or GameStop or wherever, and they see it, they're like, "Oh, cool! I get all of the DLC." No, you don't. The code is if it's been used, you're out of luck. So just keep that in mind. It's usually how that works. Sometimes. I go into a game expecting it, especially if I buy used, expecting the code's not to work and all that. And if I want to buy it, I'll buy it. But just keep that in mind. And the reason I say that is because, for example, if you're going into GameStop or wherever and you see Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate Edition for PS5, please keep in mind that is a DLC code. So, like Aftermath and all of the characters are all DLC. Aftermath is not included in the disc. The characters are not included on the disc. You have to purchase them separately if you buy Mortal Kombat 11 separately. And keep that in mind also, if you rent them from anywhere, especially GameFly, it will tell you on the website that Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate Edition does not include DLC unless you purchase the game from them. If you say that you're going to keep it, they'll then ship you the codes and the case to go with it. Just keep that in mind. I ran into that because I'm actually playing Mortal Kombat 11 now. So just put it out there. All right. So there's other news as well. The Intermission DLC is actually the biggest addition to Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade because it will have a new story episode that will star Yuffie and will feature summon materials and the Fort Condor tactical minigame and so much more. It says the Intergrade launches on PlayStation 5 on June 10th. Worldwide, all owners of the PlayStation 4 version will be able to upgrade to the new version for free. And there is a caveat there, because if you remember, PlayStation Plus members were offered Final Fantasy VII Remake as a PS Plus title back a couple of months ago, but the caveat was that you have had to actually purchase the game to get a PS5 upgrade. So keep in mind that you may not be able to get a free upgrade or a free DLC. You may have to purchase it if you're a PS Plus member. However, if you purchase it rather digital or physical, straight out without being a PS Plus member, you will get that upgrade for free. Okay, keep that in mind. That is a very big possibility. All right. So there's that. Now I think I covered all the DLC I wanted to cover. Goodness gracious. If you are a PC player and you've been wanting to play Days Gone from the PS4 days, your PC will be able to handle it if you've got a decent rig, I'm sure. But please keep in mind that there will be no DLSS or ray tracing support for the game when it comes out. Be mindful though that you can still do custom graphic options like uncapped frame rates and stuff like that for the PC version, but as far as DLSS and ray tracing, that is not a thing. They will, however, have a field of view slider that you can use up to 100 degrees, and they will have a super enhanced photo mode for the game, but no ray tracing and all that kind of stuff. So if that's a deal breaker for you, then I'm sorry, but them's the breaks. And that's coming directly from the developers themselves in a blog post a couple of days ago. So just keep that in mind. Sony has finally decided to give PlayStation 5 DualSense controllers support on iOS when you're doing your remote play options. So as of right now, yay, if you have 14.5 firmware on your iOS phone or your iPad, you can play with your DualSense controller. And I gotta tell you, I gotta tell you that I have tried to play remote play on my phone from time to time just to see what it was like, and I'm using my touchscreen and I'm on an Android, so so the fact that I don't have support for my controller kind of sucks. I don't recommend it. I only use it for checking on downloads or stuff like that. So it is what it is. But yeah, if you're an iPad user, as long as you have 14.5 firmware, you should be able to use it no problem. That's fantastic. It's about time. Let's see. There was a couple of more stories. I want to cover real quickly the shortage of the PlayStation 5, according to a shareholders conference call, or what they call a earnings call, on April the 28th. The chief financial officer of PlayStation and Sony has said that they will not be able to meet the demand for PlayStation 5s this year, meaning 2021, or next year. And that is due to a large shortage of semiconductors that are not only affecting console manufacturing, but other industries like cell phones, computers, and all kinds of crazy stuff, microchips, all that. So, and that's due to COVID, of course. So what's this mean? This means that the shortages will continue. You will have to be vigilant on checking when shipments drop and all that kind of stuff for PlayStation 5s. Them's the breaks. Thanks, COVID. I appreciate that very much. They did say, however, in that same earnings call, that they are planning on shipping 14.8 million PS5s in the year 2021. But again, they can't do as many shipments as they would like to go ahead and meet the demand due to that worldwide shortage of semiconductors. Okay, so my recommendation is to just keep checking, and I will tell you that where I got mine, which was fingerhut.com, I don't recommend Fingerhut for anything. I really don't, but I did find it there, and they did charge me $200 more than I should have paid for the bundle. I did share my experience on the channel before, but the good thing about Fingerhut was that if you in fact do purchase one, and you do add it to your cart, and you do manage to get through the payment process, they have confirmed to me over and over and over again that if you are lucky enough to actually have that confirmed payment, you are getting a PlayStation 5. They do keep very strict tracking on their stock. So if it's not on the page, it will tell you they're working very hard to get more stock, and it's not available right now. But I will give them props for that, but it is expensive. Plan to pay at least $200 more for the bundle than you probably should anywhere else, but they do occasionally have them for longer than other retailers do. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not in any way connected to them, but I will tell you that I did get what they promised to send me, even though I paid way too much for it. Other than that, guys, let's see. We have one other news story. I want to give you guys the top downloads for the PS Store. And I was going to try to get the Microsoft numbers, but unfortunately I could not get a hold of them. Maybe I'll try to do it, in another video. Also, I do have the PS4 version of these numbers as well, but I don't think I'll do the PS4 version. Unless you guys want me to in another video, let me know in the comment section below. But the PS5 top 20 downloads are as follows. I'll give you US and Canada, and then I'll give you Europe, because it's kind of different. I'll go from 20 on up to number 1. Number 20 was Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, followed by No Man's Sky, Godfall, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, Borderlands 3, Demon's Souls, Hitman 3, Disco Elysium, The Final Cut, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Marvel's Avengers, which totally surprises me, Madden NFL 21, NBA 2K21, Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, FIFA 21, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Now we're in the top 5. It Takes Two, Mortal Kombat, Returnal. Number 2 is Outriders, and the number 1 spot is held by MLB The Show 21. Now, Europe has a little bit different, okay? So we'll go ahead and give you the Europe numbers. In the number 20 spot, MLB The Show 21, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, Immortals Phoenix Rising, over in Europe, No Man's Sky, Borderlands 3, Watch Dogs Legion, Demon's Souls, Dirt 5, NBA 2K21, Hitman 3, Elysium, Disco Elysium The Final Cut, Marvel's Avengers, Mortal Kombat 11, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Black Ops Cold War, Returnal, It Takes Two, Outriders, and the number 1 spot is held by FIFA 21. I did take a look at the PS4 games, and to my surprise, actually should be to no one's surprise, still holding on at number 2, and I will give you this one if you guys want to see more. Still holding on at number 2 in the United States is Grand Theft Auto 5. That thing is a massive cash cow. It holds the number 1 spot in Europe. That is insane on PS4. Okay. Anyway, guys, if you want to see the PS4 numbers in the next video or something, let me know in the comment section below. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave me a like, of course. That is very much appreciated, as it does help the algorithm find my channel and promote the channel and all that kind of stuff. Leave me a comment section. In the comment section down below, let me know if there's anything that I missed, if there's anything that you think I should have talked about, or if you want to hear more about, let me know, and I'll try to make that happen for you guys. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook.com/VirtualNunchucks, over on Twitter @BNunchucks, Twitch.tv/VirtualNunchucks, and I am here Monday through Friday on YouTube. We do reviews, opinion pieces, news updates like this one, and playthroughs, or, things like that, gameplay, a lot, all the time. So please consider subscribing and turning on the notification bell. I also talk about disabled gaming features, because I'm a disabled gamer, so anything accessibility features wise, I try to mention them when I come across them. So if that matters to you, come along for the ride. We'd love to have you. Alright guys, have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.
And that's a wrap.